All right, y'all. So we got the Keith Lee viral topic of him shaking his cakes when his brother got out of prison, and they was having a little conversation. I'm gonna show y'all the clip real quick. Then I'm gonna give my natural reaction and read some comments that a lot of people are saying under this, and I'm gonna address the big elephant in the room on this one. So y'all definitely want to stay tuned because I'm about to tap on some real ish. All right, let's go.
What? Then you would have stopped the game, because if I wouldn't have scored that two, and you would have came back miraculously, which you never would have, you would have thought you won. These are just like your friend dude.
So you telling me you scored 11 in a row?
Yes. This nigga think he made a YK. Do you believe her? What the hell?
This went viral because, Keith Lee throwing cakes, wearing pink, walking and sashaying like he was right after, a few months ago, if we rewind, he was just calling out the gay community for, always trying to claim him as one of us and, trying to basically call out his sexuality based on his mannerisms and his dance moves and shit. And so he was basically, going off on the gay community saying how he wasn't that and we were just making up stuff. He's a married man, we need to leave him alone, etc., right? Then he disappears. What did I say? If he doesn't do this now, nobody will even talk about him. So he did it again to get talked about again. Pretty sure we won't get a response this time because he's already been there, done that. We don't need one anyway. That's not the point of this video. The point of this video I'm about to get to here in just a second, but I just wanted to cover the facts real quick of what we got. These are the comments that people were saying under that. Somebody says, he's just happy his brother out. Y'all chill. Y'all act like y'all don't get zesty when your bestie comes around, with the laughing emojis. Then, I mean to bust out twerking is crazy. Leave this married man alone. Damn. No one really knows anyone behind closed doors. Kay Lee always gave off gay vibes from the jump. All right, so the ones that I want to address are the ones that keep choosing to be in denial regardless of what goes on, simply because they want to believe what they want to believe. He's just happy his bro out of jail, chill. Y'all act like y'all don't get zesty when your bestie comes around. Leave this married man alone, damn. All right, what I want to address about people like that is, first off, let me just say this real quick. I am not up here playing Blues Clues to try to call out people's sexualities based on their mannerisms and looks and ways or whatever, to try to shame them and to make them like a part of us, like I'm on the losing team, so I want other people to be on the losing team with me. That's not my mentality at all. I am spreading awareness and confidence to those who are battling their sexuality, which is 90% of black men, all right? Here's the deal. What I want to tell all y'all people who are in denial about this is that regardless what you choose and what you don't want to believe doesn't mean that it's not true. Okay? Just because you want to play, I don't see this, I'm gonna act like this ain't there because, I'm safer in my delusional piece to think that most of these niggas are not gay. Most of these niggas are not battling their sexuality. Niggas like me and all these other gay dudes is just trying to get these niggas on our side because we are on a fucked up side, so we want other people to join us, like misery loves company kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? That is what is some bullshit. That's fake, and that's what I wanted to call out on this video. Here's the deal, y'all. We don't know any of these guys' true sexuality. Only they do. That's the thing that I've been trying to say about these videos from the jump. I'm not saying that these dudes are gay, but if you are blocking out gay thoughts and curiosity throughout your whole life, does that make you straight? Here's the deal. You're not gay really or bisexual until you act on the act, is what they say, right? So if these guys aren't actively doing things with men because they're brainwashing themselves not to do it. You know what I'm saying? So they're not necessarily gay or bisexual. However, if I'm imagining it, if I'm curious about it, fantasizing about it, and I'm suppressing it just to please everyone else's opinion on me, and I'm not trying to be judged and everything, well then does that make me actually straight? No, it doesn't. That means I'm battling my sexuality. I don't know who I really am. I'm pleasing the masses. All right. That's why when somebody made a comment under one of my videos before saying, if you're ashamed of something, why are you doing it? Why are y'all messing with these dudes? If they're ashamed of it, why are y'all messing with them? That's y'all's fault. Y'all shouldn't be messing with them if they're ashamed. And if they're ashamed, they shouldn't be doing it. Y'all, the only reason why these niggas is ashamed is because of all y'all's opinion. They don't want to be judged. They don't want people telling them that they're the gay word and everything. The F-bomb. So instead, they feel ashamed. That's not true shame. That's, I care about everybody else's opinion. That doesn't mean that there's something wrong with the thoughts that I'm having. That means because I care about everyone else's opinion, I'm brainwashing myself to believe that the thoughts that I'm having, my natural thoughts, are wrong. That's what's happening. So yes, if you're ashamed because of what everyone else is saying, but then yes, you need to go out here and experiment, because that means that you're just living your life based on everyone else's views and religion and everything. All right. What you don't need to do is the things that you will regret and the things that you know is wrong and immoral. Now, they try to attach this to being moral, which is the reason why they think that way, but this is not attached to your moral system. You can be gay, and that has nothing to do with how your moral system is set up. All right, and your moral compass, that has nothing to do with it. All right, so I just want to say that all these women are not wanting to accept that these men are bisexual because they want to live in their fantasy delusion that they've been living in all their lives, that they've been lied to. They want to believe the lie. They don't want to be wakened. They don't want to wake up. I've learned that about people. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to point out, you can choose to be blind all you want to the obvious, but it will not change the fact that that's still true. Okay? So many of y'all women have been proven beyond time after time, and y'all gay men. Y'all will believe that a man that y'all talking to is not an F-boy. He's not a cheater. He's not getting ready to play you and do you dirty, because you don't want to believe that. You know how many people then sat up in relationships that was toxic as hell because they just didn't want to believe the shit? I don't want to believe that my nigga cheating on me because that's going to make me feel less than. And instead of me addressing the elephant in the room, I'm going to ignore the signs that are clear as day simply because I just don't want to believe it. That will not, you will pay for that at the end of the day. Anytime that y'all try to give the benefit of the doubt, do y'all not get proven that every time? You try to trust, I'm not talking about every single last time, but a lot of the times, we try to trust people. We try to believe what people are saying to us and take it as, they going to stand on their word. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm talking about after people done showing you signs of shit and you still choosing to believe the opposite simply because you just don't want to believe something. Well, you'll pay for that in the long run, because that means that you're brainwashing yourself to be comfortable. It's delusional. Your drug is delusion. Every drug is not a drug, a sex or something. It could be, I'm going to brainwash myself throughout this whole life so that I can continue to live and be okay and be content. I'm going to look at shit and twist it so that I can be content. I'm going to do motherfuckers wrong. And when they react wrong, I'm going to say that they're the problem because I need to remain content. Y'all know how many people we all have been affected by people like that. Y'all know how many people will do you dirty, and then because you respond a certain way that they don't like or wasn't exactly the best way, now they're only focused on your reaction to something. Now it's not even about what they did. It's all about your reaction. That's manipulation. And because we want to hold on to that relationship, we value what we have with this person, we'll go ahead, take accountability for some shit we ain't did, apologize, and all of that. When really it was this person, what they did in the first place, that caused this reaction that I gave. If we address the root of it, we won't even have this problem. But because these people want to believe what they want to believe and they don't want to believe what's true, they going to brainwash themselves to the end. They ain't going to believe nothing that's real, not true. It don't matter what if it come up and slap them in their face, they not gonna believe it. You need to get away from people like that. All right. And if you're one of those people, I'm highly recommending you to do the work to step out of that space, because that is the reason why this world is the reason why it is. Because everybody is deluding themselves, making themselves believe what they want because they just feeds their ego, or it makes them feel comfortable. No matter how raw the truth is, they will not accept it because it makes them uncomfortable. Because now they don't get to be in their little delusional space of mind of peace. That's not peace, that's delusion. Peace is when you can see the truth, how ugly and raw it is, and then make comfort with that. That's peace. Not blocking yourself out of shit, not staying away from this. Oh, I can't be around no gay niggas because if I'm around them, they gonna start making me think gay shit. Nigga, so it's them, not you, that's battling your sexuality. It's your surroundings. Oh, don't have them gay dudes in the movies and kissing and stuff because they gonna turn the kids gay. Oh, so it's not that your kids was already gonna be curious and be on some gay shit. It's because they saw that. So now if you force them, force a prostitute on them or whatever while they're a teenager, you can guarantee that they're gonna be straight because, you like, what? Regardless, none of us grew up under gay parents and we still turn out to be who we are. What makes y'all think that people aren't just who they are? Why do y'all think that it's all about surroundings and shit? That's because they have made themselves believe that if they can set up a world around them that forces their belief and validates what they think already, then they don't have to do no personal work. Personal work is hard for toxic people and a lot of low vibrational degenerates. They don't have the ability to step out of their small mind frame. So they create a world and a delusion to make themselves continue to believe what they want, regardless of how true it is or not. The reason why most people don't want to believe in politics being bullshit is because guess what? That'll mean all these people that went to school, these smart, dumb people that went to school studying this shit, playing mental gymnastics to believe whatever. And if they had to come to the realization that, oh my God, this is all fake, this is all a distraction they set in front of us to turn against each other, while they do what they really need to do, while the rich elites get to handle what they want to handle, and we just all around here dumb and arguing and debating. Instead, they want to believe that their debating is productive. You know what I'm saying? They want to feel smart. But if the raw truth was presented to them, they'll deny it simply because that means that they have to acknowledge that they wasted all those years and all those times debating, falling out with people, cutting their family off, having divorces and shit over politic, opinions, when really it was all that plan to get you to do that in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So you fell for the shit. It's hard for people to really be real with themselves, because to be real with yourself, you have to go back and undo shit. You have to unlearn things. A lot of people don't have the ability to do that. So they stay stuck in their delusional way. And they will literally call everybody else liars and say that they're trying to make up stuff and trying to, read other people, trying to say other people doing this and other people doing that. But really it's they are not wanting to hear the truth. So anybody that brings it to them, they're automatically feeling like this person's a threat or this person's negative or something. They call us negative and shit because we keep it 100, because they want flowers and rainbows and bubblegum all their life. And that's not what the world is. That's just not real. So because you're real, you're negative. Man, fuck them, okay? Get around people who can accept the reality of the world, because those are the only people that you're going to last with. I promise you. The people who fake and lie to themselves, it's only a matter of time with any kind of form of relationship, friendship, family shit, a relationship. Y'all's bond is going to be broken because these people are not able to accept truth. So anytime that you come around with some truth, you're going to have a conflict. Anytime you come around confident and you sure of yourself, you're going to rub these niggas wrong. That's why they're jealous as fuck. Okay? Like, it's a rabbit hole with these kind of people. They don't have the ability to accept nothing that's real because it'll disturb their delusional peace, their fake peace. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I just want to point out here. We don't know any of these niggas' real sexuality. Only they do. And even they don't even know it half the time because they'll brainwash their damn self. That's the type of that's the type of monster we're dealing with here. This ain't no little bitty, it just take one or two situations. It just take a couple people to come out. It just take a couple things to change. No. From shit that people done been implanted in their mind since they was little is not getting ready to be undone that fast. So if y'all thinking that niggas is just getting ready to just be able to be themselves just because they see all these other niggas doing it, it's not happening like that. Most niggas is still getting ready to play the manipulative game of trying to convince people that they're not who they are because they're convincing them damn selves that. So of course, if they can convince themselves that, you think they can't convince you? Okay, like I said, pink shoes, sashaying like a female. He's a girl. I've been telling y'all he's a girl from the time he let Ocho Cinco choke him up from the back and take a picture with that. All right? It is what it is. That's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like I just told y'all can debate all y'all want to. We don't know. None of us will ever know because these niggas don't even know because they brainwashed their damn self. Okay? That's how real this is. So, it's up to individuals to decide this or not based on, because they're not going to keep it real with you. Okay? So, if you want to be delusional and you want to say, oh, they're just being happy because this bro came home because it makes you feel better and be delusional, go ahead and do that, but you're going to pay for that shit later in your own life at some point because you don't want to accept the truth. You're going to women get played like this all the time, okay? They thinking that because they don't want to be single, because they're lonely, because they don't want to be by themselves, all the signs that this nigga's cheating, all the signs that this nigga's a fuckboy, all the signs that this nigga ain't shit, they let go right over their head, and then guess what? When they're deep in, and then the shit hits the fan, and then finally it comes to realize that all the shit they tried to deny when it was right in their face comes true, now they blame the nigga. No, bitch, take responsibility and accountability. You saw them signs, you decided to ignore them because you wanted some dick and some attention. And because you didn't want to accept the truth, now you're shit out of luck with 5 kids with all these other niggas. Because you didn't want to be able to be real with yourself and tell yourself, bitch, you need to get your self-esteem up. You need to do the work. You know what I'm saying? You just doing the same shit over and over with all these different niggas. They just playing you and shit. Instead of them, they don't have the ability to do that. So they just go right back into being with the next fuckboy. It's the same shit. Okay? Sorry I had to get passionate on that, but I'm just keeping it 100. People are delusional and they prefer to be asleep. And that shit's annoying. But hey, do your thing. And all of us who are woke and awakened, stay away from them people. Get around people who are like-minded. And if they're not, you better off by yourself. I promise you, all right? Like, y'all, there's this girl that I went to school with that I was hella cool with. And everybody used to tell her that her nigga was in jail getting cracked by niggas. And she didn't want to believe it because he was such a thug and, you know, such a hard nigga. And he had the pretty boy looks and shit that she wanted and everything. So she just ignored it, right? The nigga gets out of jail. She takes him in, of course, because no other female was, because what they heard, right? Basically, long story short, time speeds on. She gets pregnant by this dude 2 or 3 times, has this nigga baby, and then catches this nigga getting cracked by somebody one day when she walks in their house, in their bed. Okay? Because she didn't want to believe that this nigga was getting cracked because there's no way a hood nigga can be gay. You know what I'm saying? So, because of that, she got played, had a couple kids by the nigga and everything just to find out the shit that everybody was trying to warn her about later because she just did not want to believe something. Fast forward, now she's single again, the nigga back in jail, and she got 3 kids to take care of on her own. You feel me? Because she didn't want to believe some shit. Trying to tell y'all, boy. And also, let me just say something real quick. To be 100 with y'all, I really feel like I'm on the winning team like a motherfucker. I feel like I played my cards right by choosing to be with a man. Just to give y'all like some real spiel real quick. A lot of straight people think that we're the less than and we're like the ones that are, you know, at the bottom. But I'm going to be honest with y'all. Like, as time goes on and as we evolve as people, I feel like we're the ones on the better end of the stick now. Like, the tables have turned. It was dope as hell to be a straight dude back in like the early 2000s. Like the 2000s and all that, 2010s was cool to be a straight dude. You know what I'm saying? But now, it's a burden. To have to take care of a woman and kids, no, bro. Not in this world. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit expired. That whole 50s nuclear family, everything shit, that shit low-key has expired, and people just not reading the room, okay? I'm so glad that I did what I did and I went down the lane that I did with men, because me and this dude, we thriving in this economy. But I know for a fact if I was straight and I had chose a woman and I had a kid and everything, I would not be thriving in this society, okay? Because I am a traditional man. I'm not getting ready to do no 50-50 with no female like that. Now, if I have to, which is what they have to do now, you know what I'm saying? I'm down with it, but then that comes along with other shit. That means you're not getting respected like you're supposed to. That means you're getting talked back to. That means you, all that bullshit, you know what I'm saying? So, honestly, in the times that we living in now, I feel like I definitely made the right decision. I'm so glad that I did, because all my straight friends and my homeboys and shit, they miserable as hell. They don't know who they are, what to do, or they're a slave at a job. They either a slave at a company because they got a whole family to take care of, or they're going 50-50 with a girl. She disrespecting them. There's a bunch of bullshit, toxic shit going on there. And then these kids is really just not getting raised right. Like, when I tell y'all, ain't none of these kids getting raised like we was. They don't get to go outside and play. These niggas got to be on the phone all day, which causes all these other issues. Like, this is just not the day for that bullshit that we was raised on. All right, I'm not going to say bullshit because that was, that's how life, was. But that's not what this is now, okay? So I just want all my straight viewers to understand that, to be 100 with you, if y'all are thinking that, like, a nigga's up here doing this to try to, like, belittle people because I feel like I'm belittled, I'm not coming from the same perspective that a lot of gay dudes are coming from. I don't feel small. I don't feel like I've been that discriminated against. I don't feel like I'm less than any of y'all. I feel like I feel sorry for y'all. I'm just going to keep it 100, okay? We're changing into a different time frame, and it is not the time to be talking about doing that unless you got it like that. And I'm talking about, when I say you got it like that, like, the only way that you got it like that right now as a straight man is if you are independently making your money, meaning you own a business or you got something going on online, and you might have a kid and a woman, but, like, you can take care of all of your responsibilities with your own income. That's the only nigga winning right now. If you have to go and work for somebody with a family, you are a slave. You are doing whatever the fuck they tell you to do. And if you don't, your ass is assed out and your kids is assed out. Them people, y'all, at the job that you working at that's making it the most difficult for you, why you have to, feel like they want so much out of you when you was only signed up to do this job, but they want you to do 5 other motherfuckers' jobs. Guess who you have to blame for that? The niggas with kids, the women with kids, because they're up there slaving, doing whatever they have to do for these corporations and stuff, making it harder for you because it's making the corporations have a higher expectation of all their workers. And because these people got kids and shit, they have to take abuse. They have to take being mistreated. They have to take shit that they should not have to take because they have to provide for their children. So they're kissing ass, doing whatever the fuck the boss tells them to do, or going above and beyond their job description. So when you don't do that, that's why it's causing issues for you, because as a gay dude, you just taking care of yourself and maybe you and your spouse or something. And then, y'all can move, we can move around from jobs easily. Jobs can't really control us like that. They want people that they can easily control and all that, because that's why they want people to be having kids and all that, so that they can easily control them, because you can't control people who have their own, lane, and they don't have to do this for, nobody. I'm trying to tell y'all, like, I don't know why I just went there with that, but I'm just telling y'all, like, straight up, straight people do not have it like that no more, okay? At all. So if you are a gay man in this world, or a bisexual man without no kids, we are the winners right now, all right? Period. So yeah, that's it for this one. Let me know what y'all think. Hit them comments up. Like this video. Y'all know what it is. I'm going to see you on the next one. Peace.
No, I don't give a fuck about what anyone say. No, I don't give a fuck about what anyone say.